Hey, I'm William. Today we're going to show you how to test and replace the suspension rods on your Samsung top-load washer. If you've been experiencing problems like excess vibration, banging noises during the spin cycle, or an off-balance tub, it might be time to check or replace these suspension rods. Now before we get into details, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more step-by-step appliance repair guides. Let's jump right in and get your washer back to running smoothly. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. Let's start by gathering the tools we'll need for today's task. For this repair, you'll want to have a Phillips screwdriver, a 10mm socket, a pipe wrench, a hammer, a pair of pliers, and a flathead screwdriver ready at hand. Also, please remember that safety comes first. And before we begin, ensure that your washer is completely disconnected. Either unplug it or turn off the breaker. The water will need to be turned off and the supply hose is disconnected. With our tools ready and safety ensured, let's dive into troubleshooting our top-load washer. We are inspecting the leveling legs first. These can get damaged over time and cause it to go out of balance. We're looking for any damage that may cause a leveling leg to not sit on the floor correctly. If there is no evident sign of damage, we can continue troubleshooting. We are lifting up the lid next. We're grabbing the spin basket and spinning it by hand. Once we have a little speed, we're stopping the basket quickly. If fluid sloshes around, the balance ring is good and we can continue troubleshooting. We're grabbing our flathead screwdriver and removing the pulsator cap. With our 10mm socket, we're removing the pulsator mounting bolt. We are lifting the pulsator up and out. We're inspecting the spin basket for a loose tub nut and signs of any damage to the spin basket hub. If the tub nut is a little loose, you can tighten it. If there is damage to the hub, the spin basket would need to be replaced. If both the tub nut and the spin basket hub are good, then there is one thing left. Through the process of elimination, the suspension rods have been identified as the cause of failure in this case. Unless all of the suspension rods have failed, or there is a clear indication of which suspension rod failed, the process of elimination is the surest way of troubleshooting them. Replacing all of the suspension rods ensure that they are all good. Since we found the suspension rods have failed, I'm going to show you how to replace them. We're grabbing our Phillips screwdriver and removing the 2 mounting screws securing the back of the console to the frame. We're slightly lifting the lid and rotating the console up and out. Placing the console face down, we're grabbing our flathead screwdriver and removing the connection cable on the back console cover by releasing the lock tabs on the side of the connector. We're also removing the wire connection at the user control and setting the console off to the side. We're using our Phillips screwdriver to remove the mounting screws on the main control and the ground wires on the washer frame. Using our flathead screwdriver, we're removing the main control cover and disconnecting the wires from the main control. You may want to take a picture of how the wires are connected before removing them to help with reassembly. The main control can be set to the side. Grabbing our pliers, we're removing the pressure sensor wires, lifting the pressure sensor up and moving the hose clamp down a little bit. The pressure sensor can now be removed and set to the side. We're removing the hose clamp as well and setting it with the pressure sensor. The wire connection next to the pressure sensor is being disconnected as well. We're disconnecting the water valve wires. We're removing the noise filter cover and disconnecting the main harness connector. We are grabbing our Phillips screwdriver and removing the back panel of the washer. We're locating the 2 wire connectors just to the right and about halfway up the washer and disconnecting them. We're removing the 2 back screws securing the top panel to the frame. We are disconnecting the wire retainer and pulling the wires through the top panel. The top panel can be lifted up and set to the side. We're lifting the suspension rod up and sliding it out of the corner mount. Lifting up on the tub at the same time can make this an easier process. With the top of the suspension rod out of the top mount, we're setting it down and using our flathead screwdriver if needed to press down on the suspension rod's plastic bearing at the bottom of the tub. With that done, we're lifting the suspension rod up and out. This would be repeated for each suspension rod. Here's the old suspension rod and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. We're dropping the suspension rod down and sliding it into the tub slot. Pulling the suspension rod up, we're going to lift it into the corner mounting slot. Now we're setting the top panel onto the washer frame, feeding the wire harness into place and securing the top panel with the screws we removed. We're placing the bumpers over the front mounting screws. We're feeding the pressure hose up into the top panel. We're grabbing our pressure sensor and the hose clamp and installing the pressure sensor. We're reconnecting the wires next to the pressure sensor and setting them into the bracket. We're grabbing the main control and reconnecting the wires, using the picture taken earlier. We're securing the main control cover and mounting the main control to the top panel. We're connecting the wires to the valve assembly. Now we're grabbing the noise filter cover, reconnecting the wire to the noise filter, and securing the cover. We're feeding the two wires down into the top panel, securing the retainer, and connecting the wires that we disconnected from the back panel. Grabbing our Phillips screwdriver, we're securing the ground wires with the screws we removed earlier. We're also grabbing our console and reconnecting the wires. Rotating the console into place while slightly lifting the lid, we're securing the console with the two screws that we removed at the beginning. We're moving to the back panel and mounting the back panel into place. Don't forget to reconnect the water supply hoses and plug the power cord back in. Fantastic job getting your Samsung top-load washer back in balance with those new suspension rods. We'd love to hear how your repair journey went, so feel free to share your experience in the comments. If you're still in need of any parts, just have your model number ready and visit AppliancePartsPros.com. Most orders arrive in just a few days, so you can get back to your routine without much downtime. Thanks for trusting us with your appliance repair needs, and we look forward to helping you tackle your next project.